So we've already got our tank in the back of this Gator. Now we're going to go ahead and start the assembly part of it. So the first thing I'm going to put in the back is these booms, or what I'm going to call the boom brackets. Pretty simple installation on these. You can just tighten this down with this nut. That'll hold that boom in place. And one little trick on this to keep in mind is if you think you got to keep loosening these up because you're not having a hard time getting them in there, make sure not to loosen it up too much. Otherwise you'll end up having to take these plates off and get in there and feed that bolt back through. Okay, we got those set up. Next thing will be, we'll end up putting these brackets in place, and then we'll install the booms right behind that. Okay, so we got the brackets installed now. Now we're gonna put the boom on, which is just this boom, and then those little U-bolts that we came with the kits, and then the 4 whiz nuts. So we'll go ahead and start to install those. Okay, so now we got the booms installed, making sure that we keep it as close to center as we can. Can't really fudge too much either way. There isn't much gap there to play with. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install our nozzle and hoses, and along with the clamps. These are 2-piece clamps, basically like so. They're going to fold into a square. It's just like our nozzle bodies here. They actually have a square piece in where the clamp fits. So what we're going to do is basically just get that to where they'll slide around and clamp in place like so. Nice thing about on these hose assemblies, your center is always the hose barb is standing straight up and down. And basically all you're gonna do is just take this, I always like to take this one from center and basically just get on the boom and install it like so. Then I can go out either way and I know I'm at least spaced out where I need to be on the boom. So we'll go ahead and get this started installing and start getting this put together for you. Now one thing I will do is I won't tighten this down until I have them all where I want them and I can adjust from there. Because when we get out closer to like this boom, where it folds around, we'll want to make sure we're putting a little bit of extra hose right in here to get around that fold and not be too tight to where it wants to pull those hoses apart. So we'll go ahead and finish by putting the rest of these clamps on the booms. Okay, so we got all the nozzles put in place here now. So what we went through already is actually making sure these tips are all evenly spaced. That way you get good overlap when you're spraying. So what we're gonna do now, since we got them where we want them, we're just gonna tighten everything down. Then we'll just finish it up from there. Okay, we got everything tightened down, so now we're gonna basically just plumb everything up, bring our feed line over. There's got this little adapter kit now we have here. Basically, just adapts you from the 1/2-inch line that's coming in down to the 3/8 hose barb. Pretty simple setup there. We'll put that on real quick. Okay, so we got the hose hooked up. So now what we're gonna do is just put the finishing touches on it. All it is just these little plastic brackets that go up on top of the tank. So you can run that hose around for your wand. And then up on top it has the little notches in it to actually set the wand in place or snap it in place. So we'll get that installed and get it wrapped up. So we've completed assembly of the 65-gallon option with the 5 nozzle booms. If you want to check out any other options, go to sloanex.com or call us at 800-934-9777.